Hello my online friends, I hope you are all doing well and I want to welcome you to my bedroom. I'm starting this video in front of my closet or my wardrobe space because behind these mirror doors you will find my wardrobe. And the reason why is because today I'm going to bring you an extreme closet makeover. So in this video I'm going to show you how I transformed my very sad looking closet that was literally one overloaded rod to a beautiful built-in organizational system that works for all my clothes and makes it so much easier to get ready in the morning, and it's obviously also really aesthetically pleasing. I am so excited and so grateful that I'm able to partner up with an amazing custom built-in closet company called Modular Closet to show you how I actually achieved this. And before we jump into things, I quickly want to say that this video is filmed throughout quite some time, so in every clip I'm pretty much going to look different, and that is because it took me like multiple days to film this whole process, so I hope that's not going to be too distracting. And yeah, that's it. If you're excited to see how I transformed my sad closet to an amazing happy closet, then keep watching. So this is what we're going to be working with. This is going to be the before of my wardrobe, and my apartment came with this built-in closet space, and it is a two-door type of wardrobe. This is really common in LA. Most apartments that I've visited have something similar to this. And even though it is quite a spacious wardrobe, especially when you look at the height of it, it's quite tall, it doesn't really fit that much clothes because the way that it's organized, that it's structured, is just very simple and not space efficient. It has this very large rod that goes all the way to the other side of the closet, and it also isn't that strong because, as you can see, it's slightly curving. That is because I'm probably putting too many clothes on it. And then it has just one shelf where I tried to make it look as aesthetically pleasing, but it's still quite messy with all my jeans and pants and stuff like that. And then here down below, I have my travel carry-on, and I have these shoe rack organizers from IKEA. I think I got 2 for 20, something like that. Yeah, it was quite cheap, but it also doesn't fit all my shoes, and I have some extra hangers down below. I really tried to make it work and make it look as aesthetically pleasing as possible, but I kind of failed. It doesn't look that cute. This is the other side of the closet. It's pretty much the same, but this time it's all the light clothing. I have my shoes in the rack, and then I also have my yoga mat and Sebastian's yoga mat here. And other than that, there's nothing else to tell you except for that I'm very excited to start reorganizing this whole closet space because it can be so much more efficient. And yeah, let's get started. So now that I showed you my closet, the next step is to design a brand new one. So how this process works is that Modular Closet is able to 100% customize your closet to your needs. First of all, I was able to work with some of the closet designers at Modular Closet, as well as their organizer, their professional organizer. She was a really sweet girl called Christina, and we had like a Zoom call or a FaceTime call, and I kind of talked to her what my needs were, what kind of clothes I wore, what kind of closet I had, and together we brainstormed about what would be the perfect design. Now it is time for the most exciting part, which is designing my dream closet. So I have a few mock-ups, like digital mock-ups, on my computer that Modular Closets provided me with. So the first thing, obviously, when you're designing your own closet is that you need to make sure you measure everything. So measure the height, measure the depth, measure the width of your closet, and also like any other particular things that you have in your space. Then it's also really important to obviously make sure that you create a style that works for your closet space. So for me, I had a reach-in closet with sliding doors, so I also needed to make sure that I knew how far my sliding doors were sliding, so that if, for example, I wanted to add drawers to my built-in closet, that they would be able to open because of the sliding doors. So that's like another thing that you have to take in consideration. And then another tip that I personally found very important and very helpful is to not only measure the closet itself, but to also measure and count the amount of clothes that you currently have in your wardrobe. So for example, I counted the amount of shoes that I have. I measured how many inches of width I had or I needed on a clothing rod. So for example, I needed about 50 inches of rod space to hang on my clothes. And then last but not least, you should also measure the length of your longest coat or jacket or dress, so that you have enough space to hang that vertically as well. And for me that was 55 inches. And then I also wrote down like some extras that I really wanted to add, which was a closet valet as well as a belt rack. Based on that, me and Modular Closet went designing, and I have a few designs that I'm going to go through, and then yeah, we're going to choose the one that we're going to actualize. So let's get started. This is the very first design that the design team at Modular Closet sent to me, and I personally love this design. I think it's one of my favorite designs they did. I love the fact that they have this big shoe tower. Even though I love this design and I think it looks very clean, this would not work for my closet because of my sliding doors. I would not be able to use these drawers. This is design number 2, and I personally don't really like this design as much because if I look at it like that, I feel like it looks a little empty but messy at the same time. I don't know why. I feel like it doesn't have enough storage space for all my shoes. It doesn't really have that many shelves. So if you have a lot of hanging clothes, this would be a great design, but I personally want a little bit more shelving. So this design is also like the most finalized design and what I ended up choosing, or what I'm going to be choosing. And this design has 4 towers, and it has a good mix of hanging rods as well as some shelving and drawers. And I measured this thoroughly together with Sebi, and we decided that this would work the best for my space. This is going to be my new closet, and I can't wait to build it. This is so exciting.
I'll get on.
All done! Yay! Well, this is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of my new closet. Just kidding. Now the real work starts. So guys, it is the next day, and we, or I should say my lovely significant other, Sebastian, was able to remove, what's that called? The
Wood panels?
The wood panels. Yeah, he was able to remove the wood panels with a pry bar. So definitely get a pry bar if you're doing this. And unfortunately, the people that built this closet, they didn't paint the wall under it, so it's pretty ugly right now, and there's like a lot of holes in it. So what we're going to do is fill the holes and then kind of see how it looks. Maybe we're going to just keep it like that, and otherwise I'm going to buy the same paint because I actually do know the paint colors of my walls. So we'll see kind of how it looks, but now it is first time to fill all these holes. We are now a few days later in the process of creating my dream closet, and as you can see, me and Sebastian filled all the holes with plaster, and it's looking so much better than it did before. You definitely still see a color difference, but that is because we're going to paint after this. It hasn't been painted yet, but the texture is really smooth, at least as smooth as two non-professionals can get it. And this is the other side. The products we use is this Dry Deck spackling. This is a bright pink material that dries white and you use to fill up all the holes and imperfections. We use this putty knife to make everything blend and smooth. I got this from Amazon. And then we sanded everything down with some very rough paper at first, and then a very smooth, fine sandpaper to make it look as neatly as possible. So guys, this is the final result after painting the closet. It honestly looks so good. You can see a little bit of a color difference, but I think that's because it's not fully dry yet. And you see a little bit of the texture, but I don't think that's going to be visible once we're going to put the closet in. But if it is, we're just going to spot paint that part. Sorry, my camera has such a hard time focusing because it's all white. There's not a lot of contrast to focus on. But yeah, looks so good. And for all of you guys wondering what paint I used, this is the paint that I used, and it's called Bear Premium Plus paint. This is a paint and primer in one, and the color that I got is Swiss Coffee, and it comes in a few finishes, but I have the flat finish for my closet, and then the landlord used the satin finish for my kitchen and my bathroom. So if any of you guys are wondering for this kind of creamy white shade that I have in my apartment, this is it, and it was very affordable too. We just got these cut off parts of copper pipe that are used for water transportation. I don't know that much about it, but yeah, it's used for water drains, stuff like that. And then you can buy really long ones and get them cut at Home Depot, but we opted for the shorter ones because they were cheaper. They're $8 a piece, and I needed 4, so it's not that expensive. And then you do need a cutter. You can also get them cut at Home Depot, but we decided to do it ourselves because we didn't bring the measurements with us, because it was just a very random idea. So yeah, we just have like a little hand cutter, and Sebastian was able to cut it quite easily because copper is not as hard as other metal. And then we used these Closet Mates Super Slide Closet Rod side wall brackets, and they're from plastic, so you know that's not as beautiful as, for example, matching copper ones or metal ones, but I don't feel like it looks that bad, and unfortunately there wasn't any copper available, so we had to just get these plastic ones. Oh my god! It looks so beautiful. And so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, BB.
Alright.
Wow. Babe.
All done. Except for the
Almost.
whole thing.
Something's just not that simple.
I'm so excited because the closet is finally done. Everything behind these doors is completely transformed, and this just feels like a dream come true. Ta-da! This is the right side of my closet, and I couldn't be more in love with it. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to organize all my clothes, but my original idea was to put tops and maybe some shorter jackets on this rack, and then here I'm going to put all my shoes and maybe also fold some jeans or sweaters. And it was really important for me that I had a little bit of a bigger section as well, because having these sliding doors is quite limiting. I couldn't, for example, put in drawers either here or there because they wouldn't be able to open. So it was a little bit of a hassle figuring out everything, as you could see in like the design part. But looking at it in real life, I think me and Sebi and Christina and everybody at Modular Closet did such a good job. So on this side I have 4 beautiful drawers with a shaker front, which is a detail that I adore, as well as these rose gold handles that I also have in my kitchen. And this is such a nice touch to my closet, because I really wanted to have some extra drawer space, because I personally love drawers because they are a great place obviously to store stuff that might not look as aesthetically pleasing when it's exposed. So I really wanted to have some extra drawers for my loungewear. I always wanted to have like a cute little area in my closet where I can put my favorite handbag and maybe some flowers. So that's going to be here. And then on top here I just have one shelf with quite a bit of space. So I'm thinking of putting some handbags that I don't use as much here. So this is kind of going to be my handbag section. And then on the bottom, you can't really tell, but this closet has some legs there, so I can actually put some shoes, some sneakers. And then on this side, I have a double hanging feature, which is super useful and creates so much more space. And then last but not least, I have this really cool feature, which is a closet valet. Anything that you're planning to wear, or even like your workout clothes, you can just put it on a hanger and then hang it here so that you have easy access to it the next morning. Now it is time to start organizing. Alright you guys, it's finally time to reveal my brand new closet. Ta-da! So here you have it. This is my closet, all styled and filled up with my clothes, and I feel like it is complete and utter perfection. This is everything I ever wanted from a closet, and it has been so nice to get ready, having all my clothes super well organized and just having a great system. So on this side of my closet I have all my jackets and coats and blazers, and they're all organized by color. So I start with the lightest color here, and then I go darker further on, and then here I have all my jackets and some cardigans. And then in this section I kind of have my aesthetic designer bag display section, because I wanted to add this shelving space where I could display my bags using this bag holder, for example. And I also added these beautiful flowers from Venus et Fleur. And then here I have all my drawers, and I really wanted to add some drawers, but like you have seen in the design process, I really had to think everything through to make sure that the drawers were able to open with my sliding doors. So yeah, it was a little bit of a puzzle, but I'm really glad with how it looks. I also love the fact that they have a shaker front, so they have this like indent, makes them look a little bit more luxe. And I also changed the brass hardware. So this side of the closet is quite different than the other side, which I love because that's like optimal space usage. First of all, I have quite a few shelves here, and these shelves I use to store all my jeans, shorts, leggings, like leather leggings, and then I have some sweatshirts that I like to use whenever I want to be comfortable. So that's all there. And then in this section I have all my dresses. Here I keep like my longest pieces in height, because there's the biggest height space here, if that makes sense. And another thing that's super cool is that there's actually this beautiful moving belt rack where I store all my designer belts. Not that I have that many, but I really love them. So it's just really nice to have them hanging here, to store them here, and I just love how convenient it is. This side of the closet I keep all my tops, some sweaters, some cardigans that I want to hang, everything like that's very delicate, like blouses, I all store it here. And I also have quite some space left here, which is nice, so I can add some new tops if I want to. And then up top I have a few other sweaters that I like to wear. And then here down below I kind of have my shoe tower, or like it's half a shoe tower. And yeah, that is it. That is my closet tour, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think. So everybody, we made it to the end of this video, and I just really hope that you enjoyed this process, that you found it fun, that you got some inspiration for maybe a closet makeover for your own closet, because honestly, having an organizational system in your closet is life-changing. I have been wearing so much more of my like older favorite pieces that kind of got lost in my closet before. I also got rid of a lot of clothes. I donated a lot of clothes because I realized that so many things I had in my closet that I didn't wear anymore. So it's just a really nice experience, and it definitely kind of decluttered my life, decluttered my mind. So I would recommend to anybody, if you have a little bit of extra budget left, if you want to upgrade your home, upgrade your room, definitely check out Modular Closets, because again, I'm a total fan of their product. With that being said, it is time to go. I really hope again that you enjoyed this video. If you don't want to miss any of my future videos, feel free to subscribe. That really means a lot to me, and I love to have you here. And you can also follow me on my Instagram. My username is LilyLikeCom, as well as on my TikTok, and my TikTok account is Lilia Kazakova, and I love having you there too. So without further ado, it's time to go, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye guys.